Hey, so I woke up this morning. I had a little bit of time, so I decided I wanted to go check in on like one of my old LinkedIn accounts that I had. So as many of you guys kind of know, I recommend doing multiple LinkedIn accounts as you're trying to horizontally scale your business. So horizontal scaling versus vertical scaling. If you've never heard me use that phrase before, vertical means that you can use one lead source and you go super far on that lead source. So let's say it's like Facebook. So let's say you could advertise to get 1 million people to know you exist. That's one profile. That's vertical scaling. Alternatively, on let's say it's Facebook, if you have 5 different employee accounts or contractor accounts, or you clone your account multiple times, each one gets at a certain number. So it just diversifies your business out when you do horizontal scaling. That's why a lot of my students, it's just like every single year they keep growing and growing and growing, regardless of how the social media platforms change or anything like that. So I basically looked at it, and I had an old profile for a contractor that's on our team, and I was just like looking to see if we can get some leads out of it. And I realized I opened that account 3 years ago, so back in 2021. Um, Judging by the messages, probably early 2021, and on that profile there was only 300 connections on it. So that means it's been 3 years. That means for the 3 years open, every single year, I only get 100 new connections per year. That's terrible. And I haven't needed that profile or anything like that. I don't really need it now, but it's just the thought of like, wow, time is so consistent. You know what I mean? It's like just time is consistent. That same time that I've been doing everything else, I could have been growing that profile and had more and more clients from it, right? But the blessed thing for me is I don't need it. But if that happens to me, imagine what happens to the average person that's trying to grow a business. They start something, maybe they stop it, they start, they stop. Who knows exactly? But they look back after 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. They're not exactly where they want to be because they didn't take advantage of the stuff they know they needed to do before they had to do it. Never wait till you have to do something. I see that a lot. Most times the people that do our program and like that actually succeed really really well, like above most other people, right, is the fact that they're growing their business before they need to. Oftentimes they might be working a job, they might have a young family. I don't know exactly, like there's just different situations, but they're not backed into a corner. So some like they'll wait until like they feel like they're about to get like laid off from their job, then they want to start their business. By that time, it's kind of too late. It's gonna probably take you like 1 to 3 months if you're doing this stuff on your own to figure out how to really grow a business, right? Because like for most people, the first like 2 to 3 months are just spent just kind of spinning your wheels, just kind of like trying stuff, run down a bunch of dead ends and figure it out. So it's like if you pay for the mentorship program before you need a mentorship program, then you automatically don't you never need it. You know what I mean? Like you never have to do it because you've already done it. It's the same like growing your business. So it's like if, for example, you see these videos and you know the videos are telling you, go do LinkedIn, go do some of this outbound stuff, go do some of these automations, and you're like, oh, well, I'll just wait until, when I feel like it, or I'll just wait till XYZ time, it doesn't work the way you think it is because time moves differently than what most people think that it does. Most people don't think in long enough time increments to really go and hit their financial goals. And if that was the case that you did, you wouldn't even want to start a business because you already be at your financial goal. You know what I mean? Like even if you think about like most people that are in a job, right? They still don't have that much in savings. For example, a lot of people, like, it takes them like 10, 20 years, even if they're making like 120 a year in their job, to save up 500 to $1 million in the bank. It'll take them 10, probably most people probably 20 to 30 years to save up that much. And that's including like investments and just different things like that. But it's like if you really start a business, it wouldn't take you that long to save that much money. Because think about it, all you gotta do, if you get your business to 15 grand a month, okay, and that should take you about anywhere from 12 months to about, we'll say 36 months, if you're doing things correctly, like the latest. If you just live off of 70K a year, you're make your, what is that, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. You'll be able to put away $80,000 a year. Okay, if that's 10 years out, you almost have $1 million after 10 years of just putting $80,000 away in the bank just from having a business. Of course, there's taxes included inside of there, right? You have to factor out your taxes. I don't know what your tax rate is, especially if you're a joint. So I don't know. But I'm just saying that in terms of if you do the right things and put the right things in place, you're never going to be in a position to where you have to do things in life. And that's the second thing. Once you know what you need to do and once you start doing it, just do it consistently. Right? I say like, okay, you put $80,000 away for 10 years straight, but you gotta do the same thing for 10 years. That's the hard part, right? Because most times what's gonna happen is once you find success in your business, you're probably gonna have some sort of like mental game where it's like, oh, I don't want to work as hard. I don't want to do this. And it's happened to me before. I'm only speaking from experience. If I'm being honest with you, I'm only speaking from experience. I never talk about stuff that I either don't know or I haven't done before, right? Because that wouldn't help either of us. That wouldn't make me feel good because I'll just be talking random stuff and random gibberish. You wouldn't feel good because like you're not getting any value out of it. So I only talk about stuff that has either happened to me or stuff that I've done before, or stuff that I've learned vicariously through other people, like other mentorship programs I've done. Like people think, oh, Bryce, you just have a mentorship program. Yeah, but I pay like hundreds of thousands of dollars for mentoring over the past 4 or 5 years. So, but it's like, it's just consistency, right? Because your brain will start playing tricks on you. Like this year, for example, I was like, just about every single year, I pretty much get annoyed with my Facebook group because it's very, very, it's a very weird place. It's like it grows and it grows and it grows, and then sometimes it doesn't grow as much, and then sometimes it grows a lot, and then sometimes like you get a bunch of like a flood of like attention, a bunch of like messages, and sometimes it feels dead. You know what I mean? So I'm always like, I hate that, hate this Facebook group. I don't like it. Like you even hear me in some of my videos. As soon as I get YouTube up to maybe double my YouTube channel, I'm never gonna be using my Facebook group again. But the Facebook group has been the thing that historically for my coaching business is like the most consistent thing, just the easiest, most predictable kind of way to go and make money, right? But it's like there comes a time where it's like, oh, well, I shouldn't have to do that anymore. I shouldn't have to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. Why can't I just do, you know what I mean? So it's like your brain kind of plays tricks on you, especially if you have more money than what you really need or what you're going to be able to spend. Right, so it's just like it's because you're always kind of battling like, well, what's the point of doing this? Why do this? I can just go take a break. I can just go on more vacation. I can just do whatever, right? So it's kind of like really making sure that we're living up to our potential and making sure that just because things are good does not mean we don't consistently strive for great. And it's not necessarily just to buy stuff. I don't necessarily say to buy stuff, but wouldn't it be cool to kind of know how much you could do? Like, what if you could do more? Like, what if there was more for you than just working a job? What if there was more for you than just working a job, maybe getting one real estate investment property, and then, do it, rinse and repeat every single year for, like, the next 20 years. So you wake up, you only have, like, 3 rental properties, you've been working your jobs you hate, your kids are pretty much in school or in college, you spent most of your money on their college tuition because maybe we didn't put money away, for their... like what is that called, the early child fund? Can't remember exactly the name. What it was. Some things escape me when I'm tired, but it's like there's more out there for you, man. You should be able to go take the vacation, with your family while they're young. Like do it while they're young. Like I hear some people, they're like, well, I can't start this business because my kids are young. It's like, well, that's the perfect time to start the business. Yes, it's gonna be a little bit more hectic, but imagine if you got the business up and like you can actually stay home with them while, maybe you can homeschool them. Maybe you can actually go and take them to school. Maybe you can go visit their school during the day. You could maybe go take them out of school sometimes and go on vacations, because you have the finance to do it. You have the time to be able to do it. Like that's the perfect time. Like why wait till you're like 3 years away from like retirement age to really jumpstart your business? Just do everything when you have the opportunity. And if you are like close to retirement age now, I'm not hating on you. I'm not saying anything negative too. I'm just saying I'm speaking more like the people on the younger side where it's like, they feel they have a lot of time, but it's like time moves so fast. And I've just seen so many people. I saw it in my mom's life, right? Where it's like, when I was growing up, it was always, I want to start a business. I want to start a tax business. I want to start this. I want to start this, right? And it was really hard for her to be able to ever create any separation because, when you're in the job, it's like it's very easy to get pulled into the job and you're giving all your energy to the job and you never really feel like you're building your own dream. You're always building someone else's dream. So if you have any kind of space, whether it's time, whether you have like some finances saved up, then you need to start your business, right? Because it's like the future you will thank you for the sacrifices you performed today. That's the lesson that I'm constantly reminded of all the time. It's like, if I could have gone back, if me back in 2015 when I started this business could see where I am now, it would have been like, shoo, There's no way that I would have like ever expected it to happen like as fast as what it has. So, you know what I mean? Like to get to the level you're at, how fast it is to have, like think about it, like I have what, 25 or 2,600 subscribers on YouTube. That's like crazy. You know what percentage of YouTubers actually have more than 100 subscribers? I believe it's under 10% of YouTubers have more than about 100 subscribers. I'm like in the top like 10%. Now I know there's like gonna be guys that have like 1 million subscribers or whatever, right? We get about 150,000 views per year. We have another channel that's growing even faster. That thing's already we started the channel about 7 days ago. It's at 4,500 views so far. That thing is, I think that if we kind of just do exactly what we're doing right now, we get that channel up to about 500K views a year, right? And like, not that views are like the end all be all, but it's like I didn't even think you could do that. Like I tried to start a lot of different businesses when I was first getting started. I tried so many different things, but nothing was really like working for me until I really leaned into accounting and bookkeeping. Once I had that skill set, once I had started getting clients, and it's just like, that's where the rest of your life kind of takes off. Because you have that recurring revenue from your monthly clients. They don't leave. They like you. You know what I mean? Like they don't leave. That's so amazing to me. Like could you imagine like if you had someone that was working with you and they like liked you so much that they just wanted to say thank you every single month for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years? Like that's crazy to me. Like most businesses don't have that. Like most businesses don't have that. Like e-commerce, you buy something from them one time, you never shop there again, or you buy something else, you know what I mean? So it's just like, or at social media marketing agency, you have a client for like 2 months, they get mad at you, and then you're gone forever. You know what I mean? So it's like web design, you build one website, they never need you again. You know? So it's like to have something where it's recurring and where it's repeating, where people actually like working with you, and all it takes was just a little bit of discomfort. You know, just learning how to talk to people, learn how to do consultation calls, getting the leads, talking to leads, having someone ghost you, and you just put in that little bit of work. It doesn't take that much. It does not take that much work. You just get 2 clients a month. Just get 2 clients a month, every month for a year. Okay, you get 24 clients. If you're at $500 per month minimum, so that's not maximum, that's minimum. What is that? 24 times 5. That's about 12 grand a month. Yeah, about 12 grand a month. For most people, that's enough to be able to like really live off of. Now, maybe you're watching this and you're making like, 170, 200K a year. Okay, cool. Just do it for a couple extra months. Get 2 a month for 15 months. You'll be at 30. You'll be good. You know what I mean? But it's like the point of this is like do it while you have the chance. Do it consistently. Just put in a little bit of consistent work every single day. Just a little bit, okay? It doesn't have to be this like once a week. You just go as hard as you can. Just do a little bit. Just spend. I did a video today for some of my students. It was just me just spending like 10 minutes on LinkedIn building my business. Just reach out to people who could potentially use my accounting services. 10 minutes. You do that every single day. That's all you need. Okay? Now, that's all you need to get started. Like, of course, if you can do a little bit more, if you can do like 20 to 45 minutes and you don't have any automation tools, like that would be like great. Like if you could do that. But if like the bare minimum you could do is just 10 outreaches a day, right? But you could do that every single day for a year. Or if you don't do the weekends, you don't have to do the weekends. Just put in something at the bare minimum. Just like investing in a 401k. Just, you don't gotta do a lot. Just do a little bit. It's all about the time in the game. It's not about how much money you put in the game. It's about how long have you been inside the market. Right, that's the saying in investing, where it's like for the S&P 500, oftentimes will go on like bring about 10% per year on average, right? And a lot of people think that if they were to invest, so let's say they're going to invest, they're 60 years old, retirement age of 65, they're going to put in about $200,000 at one time. Do you think they would have, and they were going to put it in there for five years, 200,000, not be able to invest anything more? Right? Do you think they're going to have more money or less money than someone that's been putting in, we'll say, $500 a month every month from the time they were 20 to when they were 60? Right? This person that's been putting the smaller amount over a longer period of time is going to have drastically more money because everything compounds. Not only are you getting the clients today, but you're also getting referrals from them. You're also getting them to increase how much they're paying you per month as their business grows. Everything grows and gets better, but you got to be inside the game. You have to be trying to do stuff before you need to work, right? That's the big thing when it comes to this stuff. Yeah, so hopefully this video, hopefully I wasn't too preachy to you. It's just, I really believe in this business model. I really believe that people watching this thing have more potential than what they're settling for, and I don't want you to settle in your life. right? You got to do it for your kids, right? Because your kids are watching you. That's one thing that if I go back in time and like just kind of encourage my parents, right? Like a time machine, like, hey, you can do more, right? Because Ian's watching, Bryce is watching, right? So it's like the more that they see you do, the more they feel they can do as well, and then they can move faster and they can grow, right? So it's all about like setting that example for like the next generation. Because a lot of people, they want to like put aside like money, like, yeah, I want to get like this business that I can leave to children. It's like, okay, well, cool. Well, first you got to start the business, right? And even if the business doesn't work, they're going to be watching you trying and trying and trying, right? And in this lifetime, trying is oftentimes more important than actually succeeding. Because as long as you keep trying and you don't give up, you're going to walk into the right thing eventually. And that's when you have the most success. Okay? So hopefully you have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon. I will see you inside the next video, okay? Also, if you want some help, as always, click the link inside the description. Book that call. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to see if I can help you out, okay? Talk to you soon. Have a good one.